Alright, what's up everybody, back with some more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Regulation E VGC Wi-Fi battles. I actually got a team that I actually made today. Granted, this team is a little bit outdated now, but I figured I might as well share this team with you guys and do a session with this team before I do probably get rid of it here once the Indigo Disc DLC drops here in about a month, at least when you guys are seeing this. So I'll leave a timestamp on screen towards the start of this video if you guys want to just skip to the battles. I'm going to do an entire breakdown of this team. If you guys want to use this team, there's a rental code up in the corner, and I also will have a Poke Paste down in the description down below if you guys want to use this team on Showdown. The Poke Paste should be good for however long. I don't know how long I'll have this team up as a rental code though. So if the rental code does not work, and if you guys want to use it, let me know if it's not any more active, because I don't know how long I'll have that up with the next DLC dropping here in like a month or so as well. So the team I made around Snow, I made this team around a while back already. Actually, I just haven't had time to really like make a session with this team, and I kind of wanted to perfect this team before I actually ended up sharing it, and that there was only so much I could do with this team to where I think that this team needs an entire overhaul. If I'm being real with you guys, I need to swap like 1 or 2 mons on this team. I figured I would just share it the way it is because I don't really want to put that much effort into swapping and like pretty much entirely rebuilding some of the stuff on this team. It's good at the way it is, like you can get wins and stuff with this team, but it's not like crazy, like top tier, like you're going to win every single game with this team. This team is more of a team that you're going to really have fun with. I think this team is really fun to use, but it's not really like the most competitively viable, like against a lot of this, like the meta teams as well. It kind of struggles with a lot of things. It's also really weird because I tested this team on Showdown. This team got me to 1600 to like 1650 on Showdown. I was like, okay, well this team is really, really good. This team turned out being like a really good team, and then I ended up making this team in game, and I kind of struggled on the ranked ladder. I ended up actually like not really doing very well with this team on the ranked ladder at all in game. But I think the problem was I waited like a week or two to actually build this team in game, and I should have built it right away because the team kind of ended up getting outdated, at least a little bit with some of the stuff that ended up changing, at least like meta wise. Maybe that's a little bit why this team really isn't the greatest, but I got the Ninetales and the Articuno on this team. The Articuno has a really, I think it's a EV spread, I think 126 defense, special defense, and like max HP. It has no offensive stats at all, so it's a little bit passive, but it's mainly just there to put out consistent damage without taking any damage because of the Snow Cloak and Bright Powder. You just gotta kind of be wary of like your snow turn because you only have 5 turns of snow on this team, and the weathers. A lot of people are prepared for Alolan Ninetales now. This team was also created when Alolan Ninetales was just kind of on the up and up. A lot of people are prepared for Alolan Ninetales now, so there's a lot more checks to it. That's kind of another problem with this team, I think. Got the Alolan Ninetales with the Aurora Veil, Dazzling Gleam, Freeze Drive with the Terra Poison, just mainly to have a defensive Terra for Steel types, because you're 4 times with Steel. And then I got the Terra Water on the Articuno, so that way you can kind of counteract some weaknesses, and you kind of get walled by fire types. So you have the Terra Blast Water there to kind of do some damage to those type of things. I actually got Dragon Dance Como on this team. This thing has 172 HP, 100 attack EVs, and I think it's almost max speed, 230 something, 236 speed. I forgot if it's Charlie or Adamant. I'll find out, but you guys can check on the Poke Paste. But I've been seeing a lot of like Clangorous Soul and like Body Press Comos. I wanted to use Dragon Dance Como. It's kind of why it's on this team. I think it's kind of underrated, and it can put in a lot of work with the Terra Steel. Got the Indeedee with the leftovers, kind of just a standard set, kind of almost the exact same thing I ran on one of my previous build teams by me. It just has Terra Fairy instead of like Terra Fire, I think. Kind of the same EV spread as well, I think max defense, max HP. So, and then you got the max HP, max special attack, modest Heatran with the Terra Flying. Gets rid of that 4 times a ground weakness, which is really common right now with Landorus and a few other things going around. Just really standing. They also got the Terra Flying, Terra Blast, which I think is kind of cool. Able to hit stuff like Sneasler, and there's a few other, I mean, I guess a lot of the stuff you actually hit with like the flying moves, usually you hit for super effective moves with like the other stabs you have, but you're just kind of just there for coverage. And then you got the Ogerpon Grass form on this team, which I really wanted to use. if I'm being real with you guys, like the first thing I would do with this team if I were able to like, if I really had the motivation to actually like build this team again, would be get rid of the Ogerpon and actually switch it out with rock type Ogerpon. The grass type Ogerpon this team ain't too bad. Like you have the Stomping Tantrum there just mainly for like stuff like Heatran and stuff that kind of walls you for coverage. You have the Taunt there to kind of prevent setup and kind of prevent Trick Room, which is one of the only answers this team has really, the Trick Room. And then you kind of just got the Ivy Cudgel and Spiky Shield. But I feel like one of the main things I would do if I were to actually like kind of reinvent this team would be getting rid of the Ogerpon grass form and putting like Ogerpon rock or even like water or something on this team. I think that'd make this team a lot better. But at the same time, I don't really plan on using this team much longer. So that's kind of why I just wanted to do a session with this team and share this team to you guys. So maybe you guys can have fun with it. I just don't really want to waste any more resources like reinventing this team and kind of making it any better because I don't plan on using it much longer anyways with the Indigo Disc here dropping in about a month. So I just want to save the resources I have in game for that team building time. So let me know what you guys think of this team in the comments down below if you do use it. Let me know any feedback. Like I said, there is a lot of problems with this team. We'll find out in the session. I'll kind of talk about it in the session when we get into some games, the problems with the team. This is more of a fun team. Like I said, it's really weird because, like I said, I got to really pretty high on the ladder on Showdown, like 1600, 1650. But then in game, this team kind of struggled versus a lot of the like real meta teams. So I'm not 100% sure if I was just garbage at playing it or if I just don't know. I just didn't transfer like in game that well, so I don't know. But hopefully you guys have fun with the team. Let's hop into some games. This will also probably be like the last team I probably do make for Regulation E. I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of just burnt out on VGC right now. Like I'm still going to be doing like rental teams and like rental codes and stuff like of other teams that are really cool. But I don't think I'm going to be building any more of like my teams that are like created by me until the next DLC drops here in like mid-December with the Indigo Disc. And we get a bunch of new Pokemon because I feel like I'm kind of just getting burnt out. A lot of the same stuff is being played, and it's getting kind of boring, at least for me. So I'm going to kind of maybe focus on some singles content and kind of scale back the VGC stuff until this next DLC drops. So kind of just going to take a break from that, and I'm not going to really be putting out much more of my created teams. But I will still be featuring a bunch of other teams and stuff on the channel, so keep that in mind. Apart from that, let's hop into some games with this team, and let's see how it goes. Alright, we are here. I guess this is technically game number 2 for me, but probably game number 1 for you guys. The first match I had, the guy on the enemy team had 4 Pokemon, and when we first started the game, the guy instantly rage quit and left, so I don't think I'm going to include that one, so this is probably game number 1 for you guys. My opponent has Tornadus, Urshifu, Rapid Strike, Salamence, Toadscruel, Ogerpon, Water, and Floatzel, which is really interesting. Really cool team. Really cool team. He's really weak to like an electric type. He's really weak to freeze dry. Everything on his team is weak to freeze dry. That is crazy. Okay, I'm gonna lead. I'm leading Ninetales and I'm leading the Articuno here. That is what I'm gonna bring. I think the Como is also actually really good here. It walls the shit out of the half of his team actually. I think the only problem is if he brings the Toadscruel, he can kind of stall me out because he has the ability that bypasses the. I mean, I guess I'm running Bulletproof on this anyways. I was gonna say I thought I had Overcoat, but I'm actually running Bulletproof on here for Flutter Mane, so I guess that doesn't matter. I think I'd actually bring the Indeedee. I'll bring the Indeedee in the back if he brings the Tornadus, and that way I can get my terrain up. I could maybe bring the Ogerpon too, would not be too bad here. But if he brings if he has Tailwind, like half his stuff, the stuff actually outspeeds my team, so I'd rather have the Hail than like bring the Ogerpon. I think he's probably going to lead Tornadus though, so I have to look out because if he leads Tornadus, then he'll try to switch my weather, which he does. So I'm assuming he's going to set up the rain right here. So I'm not even going to bother just going for the Aurora Veil here because he's going to get rid of my weather on turn 1. I think what I do is I just target down the Salamence or I double into something on this turn. I think what I'm going to do here is, I mean, I can Dazzling Gleam, which I think I'm going to do. If he wants to Terra the Salamence, he's probably going to Terra Steel, which would not be too bad for him. And then I think I'm just going to Freeze Dry the Tornadus here. He's going to Protect. Okay, that's good. If I can get a kill on the Tornadus here, that would be great. He gets rid of my weather, so I'm glad I never went for the Aurora Veil. This Ninetales as well is running like a full like support build as well, so you're not going to be really doing that much damage. Max HP, max speed, I think with like Timid, so you're able to outspeed everything, and even like other Ninetales. So I don't actually kill the Tornadus there, which kind of sucks. But I think I'm just going to protect the Ninetales on this turn, because I think he might Terra Steel here in Iron Head. So if he does, then I can protect and get rid of something. He's not going to Terra. It's really surprising. Goes for Hurricane. How much is this going to do to me? It's a 3-hit KO. Get rid of the Tornadus here. So I think what I do here is I actually switch the Ninetales out here. That way I can reset the weather. Because without the rain, like, his team is pretty damn bad. He needs the rain up. I'm assuming he probably has Float Cell in the back. Probably Float Cell and probably Ogre Pawn, if I were to guess. See what he has here. Taking a long time to decide. Can't be that difficult. His team is really weak to Freeze Dry, though. Like, a Freeze Dry hits, like, everything on his team for super effective. He does have the Float Cell, so... I think I just swap out here. I don't really want to go right out into the Como O on this turn, because otherwise, if he goes for, like, a flying move, I'll get one-shotted. So I think I just go into the Indeedee here. I could Protect, which I might do. I feel like he's just gonna Hurricane here again, though. So I'm just gonna Protect. He doesn't know I have Protect yet, but he might also Protect on himself because I outspeed the Salamence. I'm surprised he never got Tailwind up, which I'm really surprised by, because that would be really good for his Salamence. I got the Terrain up in case he wants to go for like Aqua Jet. He does Terra here. Please be Terra Steel, that would actually be really good. Oh, he's actually going to Terra this. Terra Water, that's fine. He's going to Protect, so I wish I would have went for Roost here, actually. I think that would have been a better play. So I don't think he's going to go after the Articuno. He just goes after the Ninetales, so... It's fine. That actually is a 1-hit KO. I think that's Choice Bandit. I think that's Choice Bandit Float Cell. Holy shit. Oh, he's Life Orbed. That's crazy. I am max HP, max defense. That is crazy. That have actually one-shotted me. I'm gonna get rid of his weather now, though. He has no Terra either now, which is the good thing. So, like, I can kind of just go for Freeze Dry here on the Salamence. He can't Protect on this turn, and he has no Terra, so I think he's dead. I think the only problem is that the Float Cell, even without the rain, can actually outspeed me here. So, like, that's the only, like, the main thing. I mean, I can Terra Water, which might be pretty good here, but I don't know. I'm still going to be taking a lot of damage. I think I'm better off just saving the Terra for the Como O in the back, depending on his last Mon. I think I'm just going to Freeze Dry here. If I somehow live. I get the defense boost too in the Hail, so this is 4 times effective, you're dead. Goodbye. See how much this actually does. He's going to be taking so much damage from Recoil too. I live. I'm surprised I actually live. He actually might die here. Oh, he lives, but he's still dead. I thought the Recoil would probably kill him with how much damage he did. So he's going to come down to his last Mon here. I'm assuming he probably either has Urshifu or he has Ogre Pawn. I think if he had Urshifu, he would already went out into it. Because Urshifu is really good versus me. His team's also kind of weak to Urshifu as well. And Urshifu is like the most common build, at least for like when I'm playing right now, or at least recently, like the most common like build for Surging Strike to Urshifu is Choice Scarf, which outspeeds Ogre Pawn. And I think a close combat has a chance to one-shot Ogerpon, so... Kinda sucks. I mean, I have two options here. I can just get up the Aurora Veil, but I don't know if that really matters because he can just crit through everything, so... I mean, I think I just go for damage here, actually. I think he might actually just surrender at this point. He's gonna stay, though. Freeze Dry as a 2 KO. Surprised I live the close combat. That's crazy. I'm surprised I never dodged too. Like, I'm running Bright Powder plus the Snow Cloak on this thing, which I think 100% accurate and removes actually going on to like 80-something% accurate moves. And like stuff like Rock Slide has only like a 50-something% accuracy in the hail. Not bad. Really solid game number 1. Going against a team with Float Cell, that's always really fun. I haven't seen Float Cell being played since like Regulation B or C, like at the very start of the game. Even I tried running Float Cell way at the start of the game. Really fun to go against. Top into game number 2. Alright, we are back with another game. My opponent has a really cool team. Really cool team. I think that's Iron Moth, Magnezone, Garchomp, Heracross, which I have not seen at all in VGC. I think that's like the first time I've seen Heracross in VGC the entire time the game's been going. Golduck, and then Wo-Chen. So, really cool team. I just think Hail's really good versus him here, actually. The Ninetales is actually really good versus him because it outspeeds pretty much all of his team, apart from like a Scarf Garchomp or Heracross, which I think I'm actually going to bring here. I'm going to bring the Ninetales. He has no way to get rid of Weather either here, I guess. I think I'm going to bring the, I'll bring the Articuno here. I would bring the Ogerpon, but the Ogerpon's weak to like half his team, and it doesn't really do much to the Magnezone apart from Stomping Tantrum. And he might just have that just to Terra. If he Terras, it's kind of worthless. I think I'll bring the Como here, looks pretty good. And then I'll bring I think the Indeedee maybe. I mean, I guess the Garchomp. Terra Flying Garchomp actually ain't too bad here. Or not Garchomp, but Heatran versus the Garchomp ain't too bad. I think the worst case scenario if he leads like Wo-Chen or some shit, or like Scarf Garchomp could be a problem, or like Magnezone. Reptilada, don't know what that is. That a nickname or is that just different language? I think that might just be a different language. Iron Moth. Actually, Garchomp. He actually leads Garchomp. I'm surprised. I mean, I'm not really scared of the Iron Moth that much because I can just get Aurora Veil up here, unless he's Scarf Garchomp with like Iron Head. Like, that's the only way I'm dead here. And I got Freeze Dry, which he might actually be. He might actually be like Terra Steel. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, judging on his team, he could be. But he also has the Magnezone there, which is a Steel type, so I don't know. I think I just Protect on this turn until I get my Veil up. He's probably going to go for First Impression on something here, and it would probably be the Articuno. This goes for Dragon Claw, that's fine. That's completely fine by me. Flare Blitz. Oh, he actually double targeted down the Articuno. What a great turn for me. What a great turn 1. I think I just that Dazzling Gleam here because it's like the only thing I have to hit the Iron Moth. I don't know, and then I think I'll just Freeze Dry the Garchomp. But he might Terra here, though. He doesn't Terra. Okay. Doesn't do nearly enough damage. He has Dig. Dig Garchomp. Okay. Well, I know I can have Protect on this next turn. He doesn't know that I have Protect. This might actually just one-shot me. It doesn't. I just eat that for breakfast. Holy shit. That did not do nearly enough. I thought that was going to do way more damage. I mean, I just Protect here. I just Protect on this turn, and then I get rid of the Garchomp on this turn. So he's faster than Articuno, and still hasn't Terra'd. Did not know I had Protect. I don't know why he's running Dig. I think Garchomp gets Stomping Tantrum, doesn't it? I don't see why it wouldn't. I know it gets EQ, I don't know if it gets Stomping Tantrum. Way better move over Dig, especially in this format when everything has Protect. Guy's running Heavy. Heavy Slam did 17 damage to me. I've never seen Heavy Slam Iron Moth. That is crazy. That's a new meta, everybody. New meta. He has the Wo-Chen too, which is fine. The Wo-Chen was only a problem if it was a lead, I guess. It depends on like what else I had brought to. Like if I led with the Como, it would have been a problem, but it doesn't really matter now. I can just Dazzling Gleam here again, and I just freeze dry the Wo-Chen. I don't know what he does versus me here. I really don't. Actually, almost a kill on the Wo-Chen. That's crazy. Flare Blitz. I don't know why he just didn't go for Flare Blitz last turn too. I think Flare Blitz would have probably killed. He would have had a lot more health left, and he probably would have been able to kill the Ninetales. I'm living. Ninetales and Articuno putting in the work. Really weird Iron Moth. Or that's actually not Iron Moth. I forgot that's Slitherwing. That's Slitherwing, that's not Iron Moth. I know there's gonna be someone in the comments, bro, that the mon you were talking about in game number whatever it was is not Iron Moth, that was Slitherwing. It is Slitherwing. I got him confused. I forgot it was Slitherwing. Iron Moth is the other one. You guys gotta bear with me. I have Violet. I have all the Iron Mons in my game. I don't have the prehistoric ones. I think it's Dazzling Gleam here. His entire team, he's really weak to Fairy types, actually, like looking at his team. Especially with like no Terra Steel Garchomp, and he never brought the Magnezone. Just looking at his team, he has a lot of huge Fairy weakness, which I did not really even take into consideration like before I went into this game. Bullet Seed. Is he loaded dice? I mean, he's gonna kill me. Oh, he's not loaded dice. He's not even loaded dice. We're really wacky team. I don't know. I don't know if my opponent's just running like an in-game team or like I don't know. But a really wacky team, like really weird team. I don't know what he's running. I really don't. You guys gotta bear with me. I'm just as surprised as you guys probably are. I don't know what he's running on like a lot of stuff, especially like Heavy Slam, Slitherwing. Really weird. I don't even think Slitherwing is that heavy. Like at least like the weight wise, like its actual weight that like goes into the figuring out the base power of the move. I don't even think Slitherwing's that heavy. He didn't even kill anything. He didn't even kill the Ninetales. I thought the Ninetales would have went down way earlier on, like considering he had a Slitherwing like lead as well, especially even have like fighting moves. I think he was even better off going for like close combat or something. That might have actually did more damage than Flare Blitz did, because that was stab. I don't know. Solid game though. Solid game. I'll throw 1 or 2 more matches in this video for you guys. Top into the next match. Alright, we are here with another game. My opponent has a really cool team. He actually has Ditto, which I have not seen really at much at all. Victory Bell, Sinistcha, Iron Hands, Flutter, and then Hisuian Arcanine. So, really cool team. He has no weather on his team though, at least that I know of. Doesn't look like he has any weather setters, unless the Flutter main has Sunny Day. It'd be a bit of a problem, but I think I actually just lead with the Como O here is actually a solid lead. I just can't really set up because he has the Ditto, which is kind of a problem. I think I just lead Como O and the Indeedee here as a lead. I bring the Heatran in the back because it walls like half his team. I mean, the Ogerpon ain't bad here either. Ogerpon ain't too bad. I think I'll bring Ogerpon. Actually, I want to kind of lead with Ogerpon. I think I'm going to lead with Ogerpon instead. I'm going to bring the Indeedee Ogerpon lead here. I think that's a little bit better, especially if he leads with the Arcanine and get the Defiant boost. I think I'll bring that instead. The Sinistcha can't really do anything to me. I mean, I can't really do much back to it either, but I can at least go for Taunt so it can't spam Rage Powder or Trick Room, I guess. He actually leads Ditto. And he leads the Arcanine, so that's great. It just comes down to what he transforms into, because if he copies my stat boost, that's a problem. I'm gonna get the +1 boost here. That's good. Okay. Now what does he actually transform into, though? Because if he copies my +1 boost, that's a bit of an issue. He does copy, he transforms. He might actually plan that, actually. He might have actually planned this lead. He's like, okay, well, if he leads with the Ogerpon, then I can transform and I can copy a stat boost. I mean, is he Terra Grass, though? I highly doubt he's Terra Grass, so, like, he can't even take advantage of that. Don't know what Terra he would be, but he's not Terra Grass. I'm just going to Helping Hand here. I'm going to Helping Hand, and then I think I'm just going to Stomping Tantrum on the Arcanine. At +1, it's 4 times effective, so I should get rid of him. It's going to switch. Maybe I should have took into consideration him switching out. He actually has Victory Bell. This should still do a shit ton of damage. It's at +1 plus a Helping Hand boost. I think you're going to be dead. He has Spiky Shield, so the Ditto is not Scarfed. He's not Scarf Ditto, so it's probably a speed tie, actually. There's a lot of damage. I'm surprised I didn't do more. It's actually Citrus. Citrus Berry, Victory Bell, really interesting. I've got Psychic for him, though. Like, I mean, I can Psychic here, and he's still going to be taking a shit ton of damage. I think I'm better off just Psychicking the Ditto, though. I don't even know what the Victory Bell wants to do. I have no idea. I mean, I can taunt the Victory Bell, I guess, but I just don't want to take a shit ton of damage from like a poison type move. Now Stomping Tantrum again. He's gonna Terra. He's probably Terra Fire. What Terra are you? Terra Fairy. I wish I would have went for the Ivy Cudgel because he would have died. He must be running like a really defensive build. He really must be, because like I'm at +1. That is a +1 Stomping Tantrum, and he's eating that for breakfast. Eject Button Ditto. I think that's actually a good thing he swapped out, though. Because now he doesn't have my stat boost. He goes away. He goes into Iron Hands, which I don't know what that's really going to do versus me. I have the terrain up, so like so you can't fake me out at least. I can get a super effective Psychic off on him. I'm just gonna Psychic here, actually. I'm gonna Psychic and then I'm gonna Ivy Cudgel on this turn, I think. It doesn't even really pay protecting on this turn. Like, I outspeed both of his mons. Something's going down here. If he wants to go into the Ditto again, that's fine. He's going to be eating a shit ton of damage. Goes into Arcanine again. You're giving me another boost, so now I'm at +2. Should still do it. It's neutral damage. Grass is neutral versus him, so this should do a bunch of damage. No, he's not even Sash. He lived on an invisible Focus Sash. That's Assault Vested Iron Hands. If I've never seen an Iron Hands, that's Assault Vest. That was a Psychic under Psychic terrain and it did nothing. Ogerpon putting in the work, though. Really putting in the work. I mean, the good thing here is like he can't go for E-Speed because I'm protected by the terrain. So like I can just kind of send something in here and I can probably outspeed. I just can't really set up because otherwise the Ditto will come in and copy all my stats. So I kind of just have to come in here and hopefully try to kill something, I guess. Psychic again here. And all this Drain Punch. Outspeed the Arcanine, so he's not running any speed. Makes sense because he lived that out. He lived that at +2. Got a bit of a higher roll on that one. Drain Punch does a lot of damage still. with the Arcanine now, though, so he doesn't have any more Intimidate. He doesn't have to swap around with that thing and have to worry about Intimidate anymore. The only problem is the Ditto. Like, I can't set up any Dragon Dance because Ditto will just come in and copy me. This is the main problem. I don't really give a shit about the Victory Bell because I should be able to outspeed. I'm running a 236 speed on this thing, so I should be able to at least outspeed. I think Victory Bell's, base 80 speed. I think it could be even lower. I don't even know. I tried building the team around Victory Bell, and I realized how fucking garbage it was, so I just kind of gave up trying to build around. I moved on to something that was actually decent. So I kind of forgot what stats it actually had. All I know is the stats are kind of lacking. Doesn't have nearly enough stats to actually be good. I need a Psychic here again. I'll Psychic again, and then I'm gonna Iron Head. Terra Fairy Victory Bell, though, really weird. I've never seen a Terra Fairy Victory Bell until now. Especially with no Sun. Like, he has no Sun on this team, unless the Flutter main has like a manual Sun, which it might. He has never brought it to this game. Like, he's bringing a Victory Bell with no Sun. It's really weird. And we know the Ditto's not Scarfed either, so... Indeedee's looking good. Indeedee looking good here. Hits both of the things on my opponent's team for super effective damage if he copies the Como. If he copies the Indeedee, that could be a little bit worse, but it's not really the biggest of problems. I have the Heatran in the back. And I know my own set can't touch Heatran at all, so... But he copies the Indeedee, so that's fine. He also sets up the terrain for me again, too, which is great. Thanks for setting up the terrain. I just get rid of the Iron Hands here. The Heatran wins me the game at this point, so as long as I get rid of that thing, he's Assault Vested, so he can't protect on me. I should be good. And I'm going to Drain Punch the Ditto here. It might actually kill him. Because he has a lot less HP. Doesn't do nearly enough. Psychic gets rid of him though anyways, so that's fine. I think I still win here because he can only go after one of my Mons and I outspeed him. He gets a low roll on that one, so I think that's game. He needed a really high roll there to have a chance to possibly kill me. Because the one before did a shit ton more damage. Got a really high roll and that would have had a chance to kill me if he got about the same damage range. I think that's game. I wouldn't be surprised if he just forfeits here actually. Yeah, it is forfeits. Not bad though, I haven't went against Ditto at all. I think there was one other time where I went against a Ditto. But I haven't really been going against much Ditto. Really unique. Props to my opponent for running the Ditto. A few other really cool things like the Victory Bell with no Sun. Terra Fairy Victory Bell, where you're going to see that at. Have not seen that up until now. So, I might throw one more game into this video for you guys. So I'll throw you guys into one more match. I'll see you guys there. Alright, we're here with one last match. One is a kind of a cool team. He has the Snorlax, Chien-Pao, Hearthflame, Ogerpon, Flutter, Medicham, which I'm assuming what he's going to try to do is skill swap Huge Power onto something. Huge Power skill swapped onto a Chien-Pao or like Snorlax or even like Hearthflame, Ogerpon is crazy. I cannot let that happen. And he has the Iron Bundle, so... I mean, I think the shitty thing here is that the Iron Bundle actually, or like the Ogerpon outspeeds the Ninetales by 1 point. So, like, if I can't really get up my Aurora Veil because he outspeeds me if he's max speed Jolly, kind of sucks. I think I should bring Heatran. I'm gonna bring Heatran here. I'll bring Heatran. I don't know what else I really bring here. I mean, I'll bring the Indeedee Heatran lead. I think can be pretty good here. I don't know if I should bring the Ogerpon. Ogerpon's okay, I guess. I'll bring the Como because it walls the shit out of Ogerpon. And then I'll bring the Ninetales in the back. The Ogerpon just gets shit on. Like, it gets shit on by Chien-Pao here and an Iron Bundle. I just can't bring it. It gets shit on by too many things. I think he's going to bring one of those at least. For sure he's going to bring Fluttermane and Ogerpon. They're both really, really good versus me. This team kind of struggles with Ogerpon apart from like Como-O. Como-O is like about the best thing you have for it. And I guess Heatran, but a lot of the Heatrans, you get checked by Mold Breaker, so they still spam fire moves into you. So it doesn't really matter that much. What he's going to try to do here, he's going to try to skill swap huge power onto the Ogerpon. I can't let that happen. I cannot let that happen here. He might actually have Fake Out, but I'm glad I let the Indeedee because I think they might run Fake Out on these as well. Cannot let that happen, though. Cannot let that happen. I got a helping hand here. Hopefully a Heat Wave lands and hopefully it kills. Low kick. I'm dead. I live. I live. Skill swapping huge power. As if Ogerpon wasn't already broken enough. They have to make it more broken, I guess. It doesn't need. The Heatran's weak. The Heatran's weak. Heatran can't do it. Can't do its job. I just Heat Wave again. If I somehow live, I don't think I will though. And I'm gonna try to Psychic. I mean, he can't kill both Mons here. The Indeedee's gonna live either way, so like he can't kill both things. I could follow me too, but I don't think it really matters. The Heatran's pretty much done at this point. I get so low health, it doesn't pay keeping it around. Ah, he misplayed. He misplayed. He misplayed big time. Wow, what a misplay. What a misplay. He got rid of his Mold Breaker for huge power and he actually just choked. He just choked big time. That is the choke of a lifetime. Wow. The guy was set up to win the game and with one turn the guy just went down by 2 Mons. I bet he's pissed. I bet he is fuming right now, y'all. I mean, he still has Chien-Pao, which is still really good versus me, so he has a solid chance to still win. Still incredibly good versus me here. I am just going to Heat Wave again. I'm going to Heat Wave, and then I'm going to follow me here. He just forfeits. He is so pissed that he just forfeits the game. Now, what a perfect way to end the session. I'm going to conclude that anyways. The guy choked. The guy absolutely choked. I don't know if he just didn't realize that he no longer had Mold Breaker, or if he just clicked the moves and he never thought about them too fast, and then he was like, oh shit. And he ended up clicking the moves too fast, but whatever. That's crazy. What a choke. I'll take that one. I'll take that win. You can have a really cool strategy by like that, but if you choke that bad and you pretty much throw the game on turn 2, like you're going to lose anyway, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. Really scary though, because if he did not choke there, I think I probably would have lost, because Ogerpon actually outspeeds like the rest of my team. So, and with huge power, and especially if he would have Terra'd, and he saw the Terra opportunity there, I think he would have been able to like one-shot everything else on my team. So that was really scary. That was a huge match for him to screw up on. So overall though, I mean I would say this team, if you guys want a really fun team to use, and you guys want a team that is just purely fun and not like a team that's going to win you every single game, if you can play this team really well, you can win a lot of your games. But this team really struggles with like a lot of the meta stuff. It really does. And I think this team's a little bit outdated. And like I said, a lot of the stuff on this team, I would probably change some of the EV spreads around on this team if I had the opportunity to, or if I really wanted to, I would change some of the EV spreads around. And I would get rid of the Ogerpon grass. And I'd probably throw like a water Ogerpon, or probably rock type Ogerpon on this team would be really good. I think that's what I'd probably do. But like I said, I kind of just want to throw this team out to you guys because I don't know how much longer I'm going to have this team together anyways. It's a solid team and it's a fun team for what it is. And hopefully you guys enjoy it. Let me know how you guys do with the team and that type of thing. Give me some feedback. I mean, I already know a lot of the feedback from some of the issues with the team myself, because I've been testing and trying to play it over the last like month or so now as well. So, or at least up until this point when you guys are seeing this, I've had this team together for like almost a month. I built it like 3 weeks ago and I just haven't really had time to like make a session with it. And I've kind of been taking a break from VGC over the last like 2 weeks, kind of cutting back a little bit because I've been kind of burned out and stuff. So, but hope you guys enjoy the team. I actually found this Como-O. Fun fact, I actually found this Como-O on my playthrough of the Teal Mask DLC. I raised this damn thing from a little baby all the way to where it is now, y'all. Being a parent is great. It really is. The guy went from being in the wild, being a shiny Hakamo-O or whatever. I forgot what the base or the baby form is. to being an adult Como being competitively viable, or being made into a competitive mon. Guy's lucky. Apart from that, though, hope you guys enjoyed the team. Like I said, though, the rental code is up in the corner if you guys want to check it out. I don't know how long I'll have this team like available as like an in-game rental code, but the Poke Paste down below should be up for however long. So if you guys want to use this team on Showdown, for some reason this team did a lot better for me on Showdown. It got me to around about 1600, 1650 with this team on Showdown, but that was also almost about a month ago now, at least when I'm making this. And depending where you guys are seeing this, it also could be like a lot older and even a lot further away in the past. So apart from that, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, share the video. I will be having some more new teams, at least made by me, once this next DLC drops, but as of right now, this is probably the last team I do make. I'm just kind of taking a break from the game, and I don't really want to put too much resources, at least like a lot of my in-game resources and time, into some teams, especially when we're going to be getting a brand new regulation here in like about a month, and the entire meta and everything's going to be shaken up again with a bunch of new mons, and even like some brand new Pokemon that are becoming with the DLC as well. So, and we don't know what actually is going to be like changing with like a lot of the new moves and a lot of the new stuff. They could be changing like some abilities, like buffing some Pokemon like they did with the Teal Mask DLC for the Indigo Disc here in about a month as well. So a lot of stuff I want to be using. Like I really want to make the team around Superior, Excadrill. There's a bunch of other stuff I really want to use. So a lot of stuff on the way. I'll be bringing you guys a lot more teams made by me going forward when this next DLC drops here in about a month. So apart from that, I'll still be like featuring teams and stuff on the channel, like other rental teams that I think are cool and stuff going over the month of November. But kind of be cutting back, at least on VGC. I won't be playing it as much. Kind of cool it a little bit and kind of take a little bit of a break from it until this DLC drops. Don't want to get too burnt out on it, otherwise you're not going to have fun. And the main thing for me is I want to have fun making the teams, and I want to have fun playing. If I'm not having fun, then if it's a chore to put together teams and build teams in game and play with the teams and play on the ladder, then I'm not having fun. There's no point in doing it. So apart from that, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in a future video. Thanks for watching.